Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video that's talking about 10 different lies that my mom told me, and these were just kind of growing up, so I'm super excited to get right into it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to my channel and hitting the notification button so you get notified every time I post a new video. Okay, before we start the video, I also want to show y'all I made some tostadas. I did start eating them already, and I have a Gatorade here as well, so I'll be doing this as I'm kind of speaking with y'all too. These tostadas I did actually make a little bit different this time. I normally make them beans first, and then the lettuce, onion, tomato, and then the queso fresco, or like the crema, just sour cream or whatever I have really. But today I don't have either one of those. So to kind of give it a more creamy flavor, because that's what I like on my tostadas, I added on the very bottom, first layer was avocado, and then I put the beans, and then the lettuce and tomatoes. So you can't see the avocado, but it's so bomb when I eat it.
Few moments later.
Dude. So, very first lie that my mom has ever told me that I can think of, like, remember, this is my entire childhood. So growing up, you know, her and my dad would always tell me in the car to not turn on the light because then cops would be coming, and that is such a lie. I did not, like, it's just crazy to me to think that that type of lie, I truly believed it, and like it followed me into adulthood. Like as I was grown, I would tell my friend, no, you can't turn on the light while we're in traffic, or if it's nighttime, whenever we're in the car, like I would always say, why do you have the light on? Like that's illegal or whatever, because my mom told me it was bad and that she would get stopped in the car. My dad would go along with that lie too, so I was just super shocked when I found out as an adult that that's not true. That's not part of the laws that I learned like in driving school, or that other people follow either. And I'm super surprised to see like some people hear that lie from their parents and some people don't, but a lot of people don't believe in that. So I was like, that was my mom. My mom told me that lie just growing up, and that was her way, I guess. I know now it was her way of just keeping the light off. It was her personal preference, I guess. She didn't want the lights on in the car. So instead of me being a rebel and being like, no, but I want the lights on, I gotta do this, she would always be like, turn that light off, like I'm gonna get stopped. Look, there's a cop right there, I don't want to get stopped. Whatever it was a lie. Number 2, she also told me growing up that I could not eat laying down, that I was gonna choke. And I completely understand that one. Like as a mom, you care for your kids and that you're trying to be careful. You don't want them eating laying down, because I understand that it's bad, but that's a lie. I don't choke. I do it all the time. Like I could be laying down, just reach over for a chip or whatever it may be, and I eat laying down. Like it's such a lie. It's not true. You can eat laying down. I believe she also added in there like drinking laying down, you just can't do it because you'll choke. And because she kind of modeled that behavior, I always just thought, oh, you can't eat laying down. Lie after lie after lie. 3, she would also always tell me, she would also
2 very boring minutes later.
always tell me that I could not take more than 1 Advil. And as a kid, it might have been just because I was so little, or because I always just wanted my headaches or whatever it was to go away like instantly. But she would always tell me, you cannot take more than 1 Advil. My parents just always put me on Advil. Now that I'm an adult, I've learned that Tylenol is better in just so many ways. But anyway, when I was younger, Advil was like the solution for headaches, for aches, for body aches, pains, whatever it was. Advil, it would solve it. So it might have been because I was so little, so skinny and like small, but my mom would always tell me, you can't take more than 1 Advil, which is a lie. That's not true. Now I've learned that it depends on your weight. It depends on what it is that you're seeking Advil for, I guess. How severe your pain might be. It just depends, you know. That's such a lie. I think on the back of like the bottle it even says, you know, like by the milligrams go like by your weight or something. I could be wrong, but it's not true. You don't have to only take 1. But I truly believe that. So like growing up, even now, I only reach for 1 Advil, and I just have this like, I don't know, this thought that if I take more than 1, like my brain's gonna go bad.
What?
Something's gonna happen to me, you know. I always think like more than one Advil is really, really bad, and it's gonna do like damage to you and this and that because of my parents, my mom. My mom lied. So that was number 3. For number 4, she told me this when I was a little bit older, but the lie was that I would get headaches because I don't blow my nose. So when I first heard that, I was like, what's the correlation? How do they relate? I don't understand. What does blowing my nose have to do with headaches? How does that create headaches? But she would say, like, from not, like, basically by blowing your nose, you're clearing out all of your sinuses, I guess, and all the like pressure is being relieved, like, from your headache and stuff, so that I should be blowing my nose more often. Wrong. Now I kind of feel like headaches are related to being hydrated. And if you're not drinking enough water, if you're not really hydrated, I think that's a big play on my headaches, at least personally. I think that's why I get headaches. I've stopped turning to Advil and all that. I just reach for water now. So that was a big lie. It's not because I blow my nose. I don't even remember the last time I blew my nose. Not like in a bad way, but I don't blow my nose often. I don't get sick often. Knock on wood. But I really don't. I don't do that, and I still get headaches. I feel like my family is just a family of headaches. I could be a person of headaches. I don't know. I don't really think there's a big relationship between blowing your nose and headaches. Like, that was a big fat lie. Oh no, this is so soggy. Number 5 was that if I walked on tile or hardwood floors, I would get sick. Now that one, I truly believe is more of like a Hispanic household type of thing. I grew up with my grandparents' homes always had like tile or hardwood floors. So my dad and my mom, but mostly my mom, would always tell me I had to wear socks, that I couldn't walk around barefoot on the tile or the hardwood floor, or else I would be getting a cold and I would be getting really, really sick. And oddly enough, like the few times that I was a kid and didn't wear socks and would just walk around barefoot, I would get sick. It was really weird. I would get a cold, and like that was the first thing to blame. My mom would ask me, like, were you walking around without socks? Were you walking around without shoes? Were you walking around barefoot? And if the answer was yes, that was what was to blame. So that one I truly believed until, I'm not sure, maybe like before I went to college or maybe before high school, I'm not sure. But around there, I always believed, because even like with my mom's house, she has hardwood floors, and she would always emphasize to always wear socks, and she even instilled that into my sister. But that's a big lie. Now, ever since I've been like living on my own, not that I always walk around barefoot, but I've done it, and I don't really get sick. I'm telling you, like, again, knock on wood. But I just don't. It's something that I think is instilled, for you to take care of yourself and to not walk around barefoot because like the floor is dirty, or to just take care of yourself in that way and have that thought in the back of your head: wear socks, wear socks, wear socks. So that was a big lie as well. Number 5. So this next one's really weird. So as I got older, I was like, is that true? And I finally confronted my mom about it, and it was a lie. So this is number 6. The 6th lie my mom told me was, ready for it? That if she swept over my feet, I would not get married.
Boom!
That one's really hard to believe now that I'm just older, but when I was younger, she would literally be sweeping, and I think it was to get me out of her way or something, like, get out the way, I'm sweeping, hey, I'm sweeping, don't be around me while I'm sweeping, so that she could get like every corner of the kitchen or whatever it was. But she would always tell me, like, as she was sweeping, she'd tell me in Spanish, like, be careful, because if I go over your feet, like, you're not gonna get married. So there I was like, whoa, I want to get married when I'm older. Let me move my feet, let me get out the way. So I think that was her reasoning behind it, but that was a lie. She told me if she swept over my feet that I would not get married. Now, but I've also heard this like from my grandma. So I don't know if it's just like my family thing, if it's a Hispanic household thing, if it's everybody type of thing. I've never heard anybody else repeat that. So that's when I was like, that has to be a lie. So that was number 6. 7 is also really, really weird. I don't know why or when my mom like came up with these. Obviously, well, I don't know. So 7 actually also relates to dating in your future of marriage. And my mom told me when I started dating, I guess, or even before, when she would kind of talk about her past and like stories about when she started dating, she would always share that if you ever got picked up in a white car on their first date, it had to be the first date. If they got picked up in a white car on their first date, that would be the person that they were gonna marry. I know it sounds super silly now, like repeating it, but I really believed it. So she has like her own personal experience. Well, I don't know. Maybe it was just like carried on by her mom and then grandparents and stuff. It was kind of like a personal experience type of thing. She knew people who had experienced that, who like on the very first date gotten picked up in a white car, and then that was the person that they married, or that person proposed to them. It was really crazy, but she made it sound super believable. Like, if the first date, if it's a white car, you know, and to the extent where like when I did start dating, she would ask like, does he drive a white car? Is he going to pick you up? Oh, he's picking you up. Like, is it a white car? But another lie. Next one too. They all sound so ridiculous, but I understand the intent behind them. It's just crazy to think that these are lies. Like, I truly believed in. I believed in my parents. I thought everything was true. And it sucks to like later find out these are all little lies that they told me to conveniently like get me to follow their directions for like the rest of their lives. It's just crazy. Manipulative. It's crazy. Number 8 is my mom told me that if I did not wear my earrings every single day, basically 24/7, if I did not have earrings on at all times, that my piercing would close. And that's just crazy to me. I get that one. You know, you want your girls to look good, your children to look good. You want them to be out of 10, you know, at all times and stuff. But I don't even have on earrings now. Like, my piercings did not close. I wear them, you know, obviously I wear earrings when I'm getting dressed or whatever it may be, but I don't wear them daily. Your piercings do not close that fast. But I really grew up thinking, you know, oh my gosh, I don't have on earrings, like I better go run and get them because then they're gonna close, or whatever the case might be. Like, I made sure I always had them on. And coincidentally, like, one of the few times that I was younger that I didn't wear them, it was probably like just a couple days. It wasn't like weeks or anything. And I didn't have them on, and my piercing, well, I used to have 2 on this ear, my left ear, and one of them closed because I stopped wearing an earring on it. And that's probably why I believed it for so long. But now that I'm older, that I don't always get dressed, my mom does not dress me and stuff, I don't always dress up like that. I don't always have jewelry on, and yeah, so that's a lie. This next one I think is kind of mean. It makes me sad. Because when I was younger, I don't know, just since a young age, I've tried to eat really healthy, like no soda, fruits. I've tried to like fruits and like healthy things at all times, kind of. And this one, my mom lied to me and told me that if I ate bananas kind of late at night, I'm not sure what time it was, but if I ate them kind of late at night, that I would get nightmares. How rude, how mean. She said that if I ate bananas too late, that I would get nightmares. And I really believed her. Like, I think she just wanted to keep me out of the kitchen for whatever reason. Bananas don't even make a big mess, but I think she just wanted to keep me out of the kitchen or keep me from eating super late at night. And I believed it. I didn't want nightmares. I didn't want to experiment or like see if she was lying or whatever. So I would avoid eating bananas like at all costs. And that actually followed me until I don't know, I guess a couple years ago when I started living by myself, I still believed like, oh, I have to eat the bananas during the day, I have to eat them for breakfast, make time to snack on them before it gets too late because then I'll have nightmares. And I'm not sure if I brought it up to somebody or if I just kind of realized on my own, but it's another lie. It's pretty sad. And lie number 9? I think that was lie number 9. Please hold. Look at that. I finished the whole plate. Those were so good. I kind of want another. So good. These I made with avocado on the bottom. And if you haven't done that, I feel like it's normal, but I didn't have crema or anything like to make them creamier. So I thought the avocado would do the trick, and it did. It really did. Those were bomb. And number 10, I feel like this one's a lot more common than the other 9 I've gone over. I hear teachers telling the kids this, even though it's kind of mean, but this 10th one, my mom said that if I kept rolling my eyes back, that they would get stuck that way. So whenever I had attitude or would get upset at her or whatever, I would roll them to the side or something, because if I kept rolling them back, like, I truly thought that they were gonna get stuck. So I avoided doing that, and I get that one now too. It was just her way of like making me stop my bad attitude, or kind of like get me back for giving her attitude and rolling my eyes, because it's obviously disrespectful. But that's the biggest lie I've ever heard. Like, no, they're not gonna get stuck. They're not gonna actually get stuck, you know, mid eye roll, imagine. No. that's not gonna happen. So those were the 10 lies that my mom told me. So I'm kind of curious to see like if you guys relate to some of them, or if your parents said that to you, you know, if you've had friends that had crazy lies that their parents told them, or just different beliefs and stuff that you kind of learn later. Because I just think that's crazy that I was like a full-on adult, a whole adult, and I learned that some of these were false. The biggest one is the police car and the lights. Like, it doesn't even bother me. I don't understand why it was such a big deal growing up, and like why I just couldn't turn on the lights. I was just trying to read. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and make sure you're subscribing to my channel as well. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!